So I used that back end of the season really to get on the phone an awful lot, get on the phone and do my market research about, what I was going to do in-house, what I was going to do, bring in from outside. Truth be told, even the budgeting structure at the club was pretty minimal at the time. So even fundamentals like that had to be established as to what a budget would be, where the money would get spent, and how what the requirements of the club were, what the requirements of the head coach would be, and of the recruitment department. And actually, it's probably worth me explaining really what the role was designed to do. So, um, in kind of maybe more business speak, I had a vertical of the video analyst, so a department that I managed, and that was a dedicated department. The data department was more of a horizontal that cut across the whole club. So every aspect of performance I was involved in the kind of data processes, whereas the video analyst was much more, they did their more traditional job of delivering to the teams and the coaches they worked with, and combining those two together. So we had this kind of T-shaped model almost. And and yeah, so what the idea first and foremost be was me understand, what this was going to be, what this was going to look like. Obviously, in the interview process, they're gathering information about me. I'm also trying to gather information about what this job really is. There's only so much you can get on a one side of A4 with a job description. So, you have to fill in some of the blanks that exist there, and had that opportunity. And um, then step two was actually the club was going through a process of physically moving people around the building and restructuring the actual building itself. And step two was actually getting us in a room together. So all the analysts, as I say, there was no analysis department. So they were all kind of scattered around. The academy analysts sat in what was actually formerly a kitchen. I was sat in what I politely referred to as a dungeon downstairs, with the first team analysts. And we were all scattered around the building, which was challenging. And it's hard to form a cohesive team like that. So the next step, after really understanding what we wanted to do, what the scope of the challenge ahead of us was getting us all in a room together. And the club did a wonderful refurb of the building. We had beautiful kind of new, very modern glass offices and all that, in what is an incredible academy, by the way, probably one of the best in the country.